Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from Odishatv.in presenting you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. After a spate of disappointing performances by Indian athletes at the Rio Olympics, all eyes are now on star Odia sprinter DUTEE, who will represent India in the track and field beginning today. Former Chief Secretary of Odisha Sudhanshu Bhushan Mishra passes away at the age of 77 at his residence in Bhubaneswar late on Thursday night. Youth's both hands brutally chopped off with spade over past enmity in Rahamba village under Kuakhya police limits in Jajpur. In a spine-chilling case of honor killing, a couple in Gautami village under Digapahandi block in Ganjam district beat their daughter to death for insisting to marry a man of her choice. And Odisha government decides to make AADHAAR card mandatory for procurement of paddy in the state. Now the details. After a spate of disappointing performances by the Indian athletes at the Rio Olympics, all eyes are now on star Odia sprinter DUTEE, who will represent India in the track and field events beginning today. In an exclusive interview to OTV from Rio before her event, DUTEE said, "I have won many medals at national and international events, but I had a dream to represent India in Olympics and now it has come true. Though getting a medal in the Olympics will not be an easy task, I'll try my best to bag a medal in the event and bring laurels for my country and state," a confident DUTEE said. Ahead of a maiden event at the Olympics, the star sprinter created a hashtag #FlyingChand and asked her countrymen to wish her well for the event. Hundreds of Indians have responded to her call since her Twitter post. Former Chief Secretary of Odisha, Sudhanshu Bhushan Mishra, passed away at his residence in Bhubaneswar late on Thursday night. He was 77. He is survived by wife Professor Bijay Mishra and two daughters. Mishra, who was suffering from cancer, was not keeping well for the last few days. After the news of his death spread, many bureaucrats and noted leaders, including MP Prasanna Acharya, turned up at Mishra's residence to pay their last homage and condolences to the departed soul. Mishra was the Chief Secretary of Odisha during the tenure of former Chief Minister J.B. Patnaik from 1995 to 1999. The former IAS officer was also a member of the Indian Red Cross Society Odisha State Branch Working Committee. He was also actively involved in various social organizations and was an independent director of NALCO. The funeral was held at the Satyanagar crematorium here today. Police is on the lookout for a man and his son who had allegedly chopped off both hands of a youth at Rahamba village under Kuakhya police limits in Jajpur district late on Wednesday night. The condition of the seriously injured youth, identified as Bikash Lenka, aged 22, is critical, said doctors at the SCB Medical College and Hospital in Cuttack, where he is under treatment. According to the reports, Bikash was on the way to his house late in the night when he was overpowered by his neighbor Harihar Borad and his son Tapan Borad, who attacked him with a spade, severing his two hands. Following the information, the villagers rushed to the spot and rushed the youth to the SCB Medical College and Hospital in Cuttack. Talking to media persons, Chandramani Lenka, paternal uncle of the victim, said he got the information about the incident over phone at about 11:30 p.m. last night and rushed to the village. Chandramani said the father-son duo had previous enmity with Bikash relating to a dispute at the Ashtaprahari Yajna in their village and a clash during Holi.
हमारा पड़ोसी दी जन ताको फावड़े दुटा हाथ को हाणी देछन बर्तमान से एससीबी रे सीरियस कंडीशन रे ट्रिटमेंट चलछि ए संक्रांत रे हमर कुआखिया थाना केस नंबर 116 बा 115 बा 2016 रुजु करा हिछि एवं तदंत चलछि आशय मन को बहुत जल्दी धरबा पे चेष्टा चलछि.
In a spine-chilling case of honor killing, a couple in Gautami village under Digapahandi block in Ganjam district was arrested on charges of beating their daughter to death after she refused to marry the man chosen by them and insisted on marrying the man of her choice. During the interrogation by the police, the couple has confessed to murdering the daughter on 1st August when she refused to end her affair with her lover even after being engaged to another person. The parents of the young girl beat her up to death with a piece of wood and then chopped her body before throwing the body parts into a village canal. The body of the young girl was recovered on 4th August.
दूसरा बाहर ये झील पिला हमको छपेगिरी फोन मोबाइल फोन करी ये सब टेंशन कला करिया जो माँ बहुत राग पड़ा बुझल राग पड़ी कौन एमती कर मुझे जापारे मुझे खर्च कली तू कहीं ये सब कलु बोली माँ कह कलु से झील मानलानी बुझल मानलानी माँ झील भल लगे.
In yet another case that speaks volumes about the sorry state of ambulance services in the state, a pregnant woman in Malkangiri district died while being taken to the hospital because the ambulance arrived after considerable delay. The deceased, identified as Salavilan Dula of Koikonda under MV 79 police limits, underwent labour pain and informed the local ASHA worker, who tried to contact an ambulance repeatedly but failed. After a significant delay, as said by the deceased's family members, an ambulance arrived and took the pregnant woman, by now wreathing in extreme labour pain, to the MV 79 hospital, which referred her to the Malkangiri hospital. The pregnant woman died on the way to Malkangiri. The Odisha government has decided to make Aadhaar card mandatory for procurement of paddy in the state. This apart, the government has also decided to link Aadhaar numbers of beneficiaries for availing ration under NFSA and work under MGNREGA. The decision in this regard was taken at a review meeting chaired by Chief Secretary Odishatv PADDY on the Aadhaar card linkage in the state. Food Supplies and Consumer Welfare Secretary P.K. Mahapatra said, so far 68% people have already availed Aadhaar card and others would be provided with the same before November this year. He said Aadhaar card linking would help in maintaining transparency at the public distribution system or PDS network, and point of sale or POS machines would be installed at all retailer points from October. Senior BJD leader and Kendrapada MP Baijant Panda has urged the Union Textiles Ministry to use e-commerce platforms for promotion of handicrafts, citing the example of an Odia e-commerce site www.thumri.com, which has been promoting handicrafts in Bhubaneswar. In a reply, Union Textile Minister Smriti Irani said, these small startups in fact have been more productive in the engagement with the weavers because they have gone from one cluster of weavers to another and are individually engaged with them. Similar exercises can be undertaken in the handicraft sectors as well.
Instead of spending time, energy and effort from the government and large budget, it is much simpler, much cheaper and much faster if her ministry can provide the facilities to existing handicrafts workers to simply get listed on the existing e-commerce platforms. Will she commit to doing that?
With above rupees 1100 crore in hand under the District Mineral Foundation or DMF, the Odisha government asked the district collectors to make judicious utilization of the funds meant for poor people living in the mining areas. Chief Secretary Odishatv PADDY said this to district collectors while chairing the first meeting of the recently formed State Level Committee or SLC on DMF. District collectors as heads of the district level committees participated the meeting through video conferencing. It was decided that the executive committees of the DMFs may consider the projects like establishment of old age homes, district rehabilitation centers, homes for mentally retarded persons, drug de-addiction centers, etc. for mining affected areas and people. Development Commissioner R. Balakrishnan suggested the collectors to establish last-mile connectivity to remote and cut-off habitations for delivery of essential services. The districts were also asked to utilize the technical and manpower expertise of the line departments for preparation and implementation of the projects under DMF. Section 9B2 of the MMDR Act empowers the state government to prescribe the manner in which DMFs would work for the interest and benefit of the affected persons. The Congress has alleged that the Odisha government is doing petty politics on the Mahanadi issue. Briefing media persons, leader of the opposition Narsingh Mishra said, all political parties in Odisha except the ruling BJD are strongly opposed to the construction of projects in the upper reaches of Mahanadi by the Chhattisgarh government. They want that there should not be any obstruction in the flow of Mahanadi water to the Hirakud reservoir. The leader of opposition alleged that 6 barrages being constructed in the upstream of Mahanadi are meant for the use of industries which have funded the construction of these projects. Taking a dig at the double standards of the Chief Minister, Mishra said, during an adjournment motion on 10th April 2001 in the State Assembly, the then MLA late Ashok Das had sought a reply from the Chief Minister on the unilateral construction of projects by the Chhattisgarh government on Upper Mahanadi. Refuting the statement of Mishra, BJD Vice President Surjanarayan Patra said, The Congress is now on the back foot, claiming that the BJD government is opposed to all the projects on Upper Mahanadi. The former minister said the small barrages built by the Chhattisgarh government will have no impact on Odisha.
ठीक सही स्वर से कही I will not allow Chhattisgarh government to construct any dam barrage on the upstream of Hirakud, that is Mahanadi. ताहले तांकरी दम्भोक्ति कुआड़े गला ओडिशा वासी को तांकरी प्रतिश्रुति पानी रो गार केमती हे गला से कोन एते अपारग
मुख्यमंत्री कौन कहते विधानसभा से कथा मो पाखे ना मु कहवा चांसेस ना खाली प्यारी ये आपणकर नरसिंह मिश्र जो प्रश्न कहते सी दल को बचाई सब कथा कहते जेहेतु दैट इज ए डिवाइडेड हाउस एवं से बैकफुट अच्छा.
Before wrapping up the news headlines once again, after a spate of disappointing performances by Indian athletes at the Rio Olympics, all eyes are now on star Odia sprinter DUTEE, who will represent India in the track and field beginning today. Former Chief Secretary of Odisha Sudhanshu Bhushan Mishra passes away at the age of 77 at his residence in Bhubaneswar late on Thursday night. Youth's both hands brutally chopped off with spades over past enmity in Rahamba village under Kuakhya police limits in Jajpur. In a spine-chilling case of honor killing, a couple in Gautami village under Digapahandi block in Ganjam district beat their daughter to death for insisting to marry a man of her choice. And Odisha government decides to make AADHAAR card mandatory for procurement of paddy in the state. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.